everyone. Time flies, and in 2 days it will be about a week since Elizabeth Lambert punched, kicked, and hit her way into internet celebrity. If you're not familiar with her name, she is the University of New Mexico soccer player who made herself famous by basically literally beating up the BYU women's soccer team. And even though they lost a playoff match, Elizabeth Lambert became an internet celebrity because of her play. She, in one scene, drilled her fist into the back of a BYU player, and another pulled the player's hair and threw the player down in one smooth motion. And then going for the ball, she kicked and punched her way to the ball and then got the ball away from her opponent. Now, the reaction around the world has been one of shock and surprise. But folks, women athletes like Elizabeth Lambert have been with us for a long, long time. I remind everybody this is 2009, and video distribution was only popularized with YouTube in 2005. So now you've got this whole new way of looking at society, and you don't like what you see. But Elizabeth Lambert is the picture of the modern athletic woman. She's athletic, she's strong, she's not bad looking, although some people have made insults about her in the context of what she did, and she's a good student. Now, the bottom line is that we have spent decades creating the female athlete as what Elizabeth Lambert is. A warrior. A dirty player? Yes. A great athlete? Yes. A good soccer player? Questionable without the dirty tactics, but effective without a doubt. Now, what started all this? It goes all the way back to something that I favored then as a small boy, and I favor now still, even though what I'm about to say is going to make you think otherwise. Title IX. Title IX loosened the reins on spending and allowed more money to go to women's athletics and said that you had to give women a chance in school sports and education. And it was vigilantly applied and vigilantly enforced. So you had women for the first time able to play sports on a wide range, and more often than not, the money was there to allow them to do it, to have the right resources like weights and uniforms and the coaches and staff. And on top of that, we had the development of better nutrition, we had the development of weight training, and we had the advent of cable television and sports on it. So there's this idea that only guys imitate the sports they see on television, but people forget that women also have their favorite players, and because we've opened the sports up, younger women would say, hey, I want to play basketball like Michael Jordan. I want to shoot the ball like Larry Bird. No, women comparing their play to men and copying the men. So it's no surprise that they're going to take not just the good aspects of what men do, including female soccer players, but some of the bad, including elbowing and kicking, and bring it into their own game. So none of this should come as a surprise to anyone. Think about what's happened over the past week with the unfortunate and very sad, tragic incident that was the Fort Hood shooting scandal, and the woman that injured the shooter, Major Hassan, and the other woman that was equally brave in trying to prevent him from killing more people. Point of the matter is that women stopped this shooter. Then on Saturday, we had Elizabeth Lambert and her, on Thursday, we had Elizabeth Lambert and her actions. And on Sunday, we have a girls' soccer team in Providence, Rhode Island, a brawl. And what this says is that women have really come of age. We have athletic women, every bit as aggressive as the men. And we have the mainstreaming of a feminist culture that says it's not only okay to be a bitch, it's expected. Right? Remember that word that you couldn't say? That now there's a magazine named after, and has been for some time. I think they were having funding issues, called Bitch. All right? That's mainstream. So the behavior that we've seen here, remember Serena Williams yelling at the line judge, and not just yelling at her, saying that she was basically going to do something with that ball that normally you'd probably do if you were considering an enema. So the point that I'm making is that Elizabeth Lambert is really part of our mainstream society, and her play is more common than not. If you want to change society, I've got news for you. You can't take the athletics out of female, but you've got to emphasize good sportsmanship and fair play in all aspects of life.